Hey guys, welcome to the fourth episode of the Idiots Talking podcast. My name's Given.
I'm Brayden.
And today we are going to be talking about different kind of nerdy stuff that we each like. But first, Brayden, what's been going on with your week?
Well, the day we recorded the last episode, I had a friend come over and we wrote some music together. Mm-hmm. And we started writing a song. We didn't finish it. And then we got back together last night. We still didn't finish it, but we started writing a new song that I kind of like better than the song we were writing. But, we're probably going to finish both the songs. They're both good songs. And Wednesday, of course, as I've been saying in every single podcast, was Champs Night.
Yeah. I have a question. Do you guys just do anything besides chill and eat? Is that pretty much, just our time to catch up with your friends and stuff?
Basically, it's the weekly bowl.
Okay.
And that's tomorrow, so I'm hyped for it.
Yeah.
And then didn't do anything else really until the other day where I got a haircut, which is a nice haircut. I like it.
I also like it. I saw it.
Because the day I got my haircut, right after I went over to your house, and then we made a video, mm-hmm. which was a good video, and then basically that was it. Here I am.
Okay, well, since last podcast, I do believe posted one or two videos. I'm going to be trying to be doing that more on my personal YouTube channel. And then I've moved back to college, thus not being with the blue background. So I had to, just take everything out of the guest room I was staying in and then put it back into regular guest room format. Because I had, lifted up the bed and done a lot of moving things. So I could just have it pretty much for recordings and stuff. Because there wasn't a lot of room. Made there be room. So I put everything back in order, came over to college, set everything back up, and now it's actually better than it was when I left. So it's good that, because, I take everything out and then I put it back, but when I'm putting it back, I don't put it back exactly the same. So it's improved. I'm happy about that. I think the only other thing I could talk about is I have 2 packages coming. One of them is a new webcam that'll be higher quality because, I love them pixels. And then other thing, okay. I've got a late Christmas gift coming from my grandparents, and I don't know what it is, so I might be able to tell you that next week.
Word
to your mother. I can't help myself. I always say that when somebody says word.
Word up.
Word up. Well, is that... Dude, Word Girl, I'm just saying it was a good show, okay?
The show was fire.
Fire. You wanna hop into the first nerdy thing that you like, or
we talked about it a little bit last podcast, but we only talked about the movie versions of it. Now, for me, Harry Potter is the first thing I'm going to talk about, just because that's the biggest franchise that I'm really into. I first got into them when I was into the movies when I was 12. And then it wasn't till almost a year ago where I sat down and read the books. And the books were awesome. And 10 times better than the movies. There's just so much more information.
Yeah, that's always the thing with books, man.
I also
so much.
Started collecting replicas of movie props. And so I have some wands. I have 4 of them. This one was a gift from my uncle, and the other ones I got myself. Well, this was a Christmas present, and I love these things. These things are awesome. I love playing with them, and I love the spin-off series, Fantastic Beasts. That's a really good. The first movie was really good. I don't know if I like the second one better than the first one, just because of the big plot hole.
Did we talk about that in person or in the last podcast?
I think both.
Okay, then we're all good. I just want to double check.
Yeah, okay. But the twist ending was okay. Was really good. I was gonna say it was just okay, but it wasn't. It was really good. But I just really hope that in the third movie they could like fix it and explain it so if it's actually a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, but
Thanks, babes.
I'm not gonna. Okay,
I literally have it ready to watch for myself. I'm just waiting.
Okay. Well, I could tell you what the twist ending is, but
I already know generally what it is. Yeah, you said it last time. It's like it's not who you expect or something.
Like, because you find out Credence's true identity.
Okay.
At the very end of the movie.
Listen, okay. We don't need to
I'm
get
not going to tell you
it.
who he is. I'm not going to tell you who he is. But
it's all good.
You find out his true identity at the very last scene of the movie. And it's not who you think it would be. Like, when you think about it, it doesn't make sense. What's the word? I don't know. It doesn't make sense with the previous canon that we know from the books. But I mean, what do you know with retconning whatever JK has in her head? She said it'll all make sense at the end, and I'm hoping that it will.
Just like what's his name? The big awesome wizard with the big beard.
Hagrid?
He's what? The white beard. Dumbledore. He's definitely not homosexual, and like 3 people in the books are actual transgender. No, you always see those tweets from her, and she's like, you know what? Yeah, these people were like this the whole time. It's just the funniest
Dumbledore.
thing.
I believe Dumbledore was gay.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure it was like clearly written that way in the book, so you knew he was gay.
Well, in Deathly Hallows, you find out like Dumbledore's past and
was homosexual.
You find out that he had a friendship with Gellert Grindelwald, who is the main villain of the Fantastic Beasts series, and that they were best friends. And then a few years later, after the books were done, she said that Dumbledore was gay and that he was in love with Grindelwald, which I'm willing to accept as canon.
Okay.
But people who are trying to say that Grindelwald also was gay and had feelings for Dumbledore, I don't really accept. I feel like Grindelwald was very manipulative of Dumbledore to try to get him to join his cause.
Pretty much, he was trying to use him for his body.
Basically. But not for his body, using his body to perform magic, to find the Deathly Hallows.
Powerful boys. Okay, I have something to branch off of what you're talking about a little bit. Not right now, but when you originally were like, I dislike how this part was horrible. My roommate recently has been like binge watching this series on YouTube. It's called Pitch Meeting. It's by the channel Screen Rant. I pulled it up so I could get the details. And either way, it's like they show all the bad parts of movies by having a skit where someone is pitching the movie, but during the pitch, they're just they're very obviously making jokes about why something is so terrible, and then it doesn't make sense. Like, there'll be a person pitching, and they'll say something, and then the person they're pitching it to is like, well, that doesn't make sense, and they'll explain why it doesn't make sense, and then the pitcher will be like, yup, it doesn't, and then they'll just continue, and the whole series is just them making high quality jokes like that in that same fashion, and it's just a great form of comedy. I do love it. But what's up?
I want to talk more about the Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And my order in which I rank them and how I like them the most. So my favorite one is Half-Blood Prince, because that book is just cool.
Which number is it?
6.
Okay.
And then Deathly Hallows, because that book is awesome. That's the end. And then probably Order of the Phoenix. Even though people hate that book, I like it. Then Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets.
Dude, when that first movie came out when we were kids, it was so good, man. We
were 2 years old.
Listen, okay, it was so good. My 2-year-old self was pooping his pants at how good it was. Okay?
I mean, we probably looked at it when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
But
my parents definitely watched it. No, but I remember watching the first movie a bunch as a kid.
That book was that movie is good.
Mhm.
I like the book. It is my second to least favorite, but what can you do?
Can I go into some nerd stuff about the movie and movies in general temporarily?
About the Harry Potter movies, or just any other?
The first one. So there's a big old snake in the movie.
No, that's the second one.
Okay. There's a big old snake in the second movie. I'm sorry, the second movie with the big old snake. It just looks so cool. That's all I was thinking about. First movie's still great. But, the snake doesn't look like horribly fake, right?
No.
I don't get how, while technology is going up, I'll be watching stuff and their CG just looks like absolute dog poo.
Like, the CG in the first two movies is not that good. Well, the reason the basilisk looks pretty good is because, like, the head is like a puppet. Like, that's not CGI.
Well, then they should just be using more puppets, dude. Like,
But then,
CGI stuff looks like so trash half the time. It upsets me.
I mean, Fluffy in the first movie looks pretty good.
Who's Fluffy?
The three-headed dog.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Quidditch games in the first two movies were not that good.
I feel like the reason, nowadays that CG keeps looking bad is they're trying to make it too real. And they're trying so hard where it just doesn't look good anymore. And I'm like, God dang it.
Like, it looks too real that it looks fake.
Not even too real. I know the specific reason why I think it's off. There's a rendering setting that they have on, and it's just turned up way too much or something. It pretty much makes things shiny. But when you're rendering a 3D object, you have less control over what part's shiny. So I was watching, I think the most recent 3D thing I watched was The Jungle Book. And just like, the animals are shining from every freaking angle. And I'm like, things aren't shiny in that way. And that's why it looks off to me, because the lighting is just obviously fake.
That's why I hope The Lion King looks better.
No, it's definitely going to look like doo-doo. Did you watch The Jungle Book movie?
No.
Good, don't.
I didn't watch it, but well, the guy who's directing the new Lion King directed Jungle Book.
Yeah, okay. So your movie's going to be garbage.
But I mean, I'm definitely going to go see Aladdin and Lion King when they come out, because they only come out like a month or two apart.
Dude, new movie I'm gonna watch Shazam. Oh, that's gonna be a banger. I'm gonna love it.
That's already a movie, isn't it?
No, it's coming out April 5th. April 5th. I'm gonna go with.
What movie is it?
Shazam.
Like, what's it about?
It's about there's this power, and like it's bestowed upon you, and then you shout this superhero's name and you transform into him and you save the day.
Never heard of it.
It's okay. It's pretty much Superman, except the power is just like put on a little kid. So it's got little kid humor, and it makes sense because it's a little kid who's in the body of a big man.
We'll get into kids with superpowers later.
I thought you were just gonna say we'll get into kids later.
Okay, listen, I hate Subway, so
yeah. Okay, let me go over something.
Do you get the joke?
Yeah, I get the joke. I actually didn't
Jared
know about.
Fogel's a pedophile.
I didn't know that was a thing until I was watching some video and they brought it up because I didn't have cable as a child, so I had no reason to know him, and then I also just don't look at the news, so I had no reason to know anything. But interesting story, indeed. Okay, I'm gonna go into my first actual topic I have written down of nerdy stuff that I like. Classic video games, dude.
Word.
I'm gonna not go with Pac-Man, but ones that like kind of have a story.
Pac-Man was awesome though.
I know, but like if you're comparing it to Mario, I feel like Mario is way better. You got more stuff that you're doing. Like the screen itself looks more attractive as you go throughout a world, But either way, the reason I like them so much is the challenge. There's a very specific set challenge that you're trying to get past, which is usually how do I get to this next level as best as I can? And like during the level, there'll be other things, and you gotta like get past each challenge, and you have to like memorize it. But then also because it's an old arcade game, you can't just beat that challenge and then be done with it because you're going to run out of lives eventually. And then you have to like perfectionist run through the game. And it's just so satisfying. And it feels so good when you finally do get through it all. Like one of my favorite games, I don't know if I've brought it up here, Rolling Thunder. It's just, yeah, it's just a side-scrolling shooter game. You're like saving some girl from some alien warehouse thing. I am
That's
dying.
like all classic video games.
I know. But it's just like you have to memorize what each character does as an attack and how it moves so that you in turn can fight it in the perfect way. And I love doing that. Especially with friends, you know, not only competing with yourself to get to the next part, but having a friend there also, you know, just good times, guys, good times. Do you have any experience, or did you ever play classic arcade games a lot?
Yeah, I when I was a kid, I had one of those things where you plug it into the TV and it had like 5 like retro games on it, like Pac-Man, Dig Dug, Pac-Rat.
Dig Dug's solid.
Other games I can't remember.
I'd say a game that like middle schoolers play right now that is like the same reason I like it is the same reason I like classic arcade games. The Runner, you know, where you're the little alien dude running and like you just jump left and right. Is it called Runner? You love the game. No. What's it called? You
little alien dude?
You're pretty much circular character.
Run.
I'm so dumb. But
dude, I haven't played Run in years. I'm gonna like get Run up. So the second we stop this podcast, I'm gonna play Run.
Yeah, but you like it for the same reason. It's like, how do I get through this level? And then once you get through it, you're like, I'm a beast, man. I love this game and it's dope.
Dude, the amount of times I've beaten all 3 Run games is ridiculous. Like, you can't count them. Senior year, I just played Run 3 every single day.
I'm just thinking about it. Instead of class, he just comes in, sets down his laptop, pulls out his gamer glasses, just starts playing Run.
Like, whenever we weren't like doing anything in class or like during lunch, I would just play Run 3. You were there during lunch. I played Run 3 all the time.
Yeah, that's how I know you play it and loved it. I'm trying to think. I feel like a big game that is similar to that, like the most similar, would be Dark Souls. Because, you know, I haven't played Dark Souls, but people I talk to, they're just like...
One of my friends loves Dark Souls.
Is it CJ? I don't know if CJ's played. Okay. I know my stepbrother loves it. Is he even my stepbrother? My adopted brother. He loves it. And from what I understand, it's just like really hard, like levels and areas and bosses that you have to get through, and then you get through them and you get better loot, and then like you got to do it all over again. But it's the challenge that makes it so fun. And when you get through it, you're like, bang bang boogie, up jump the boogie, some copyrighted song. Yep.
I played Dark Souls once when I was 14.
I think my brother offered for me to play it, and I like played it for like 5 minutes, and then had other stuff to do.
And I played it on PS3 when I am an Xbox man.
Yeah.
So like I really couldn't play it because
yeah, dude, switching controllers.
I don't like it.
It's crazy. Okay, what's the next thing you got in your nerdy stuff list?
Video games, but I've got more modern video games.
Multiple video games.
So I'm just gonna talk about. You want me to talk about all 3 of the ones that I have all in one?
Just go one at a time and
try
to get in depth as you can with each of them.
The first one is The Craft.
Minecraft.
Which I've played Minecraft for 5 years this year. I came in 1.4, I think, is when I started. And I fell in love with it. It was awesome. Thing is, I liked Minecraft for like 3 years before I actually got the game.
Yeah, that was same experience with me because like it was popping on YouTube and you'd watch people so much like you might as well have been playing it.
Right? And like I remember the first time I played Minecraft wasn't even on the computer, it was on the Xbox at my friend's house.
First time I played it was mobile. I played it on mobile for like 3 years or something.
I played it on Xbox. First time I played it on Xbox, like Hunger wasn't even in there yet.
Dude, when I originally played it, there was the glitch on mobile where you could put a ladder every other block and you'd still go up it. It was like, yes, I can save on so much ladders. It was the best.
I played mobile too for like 2 years, and then I actually finally got it on the computer, and then I was like, okay, this is the best way.
When did you get it for the computer?
Probably when I got the computer I have now, which was freshman year.
I got it sophomore year because I got it right when we got our computers, the school computers. Oh, yeah. I'm fairly sure because I don't think I had a computer to run it on otherwise. But yeah, great.
I got it. We all had it on our school computers.
Big old facts. We weren't supposed to, but you know us.
We
gangsters.
broke the law.
Can I say the story of me actually getting in trouble for gaming stuff real quick?
I got in trouble too, yeah.
No, but I got into big trouble. So, freshman year, it was when not freshman year. Sophomore year was when we first got our laptops. Is when the school first started having laptops. So, like, nothing was really set up that well. They had it so the app store was blocked and, like, you couldn't download stuff and whatever. But I found out, well, I already knew from past experience that you can just copy applications on Apple. So I literally just went to my home computer, downloaded like a bunch of games, and then copied them onto my school laptop. And so I was just playing like application games on my laptop when I wasn't supposed to. And then like a few friends were like, hey, can I get that game? I gave games to like 3 people. I'd say
I was one of them.
Yeah, I gave like a bunch of games to like 3 people, and then a few others. I was like, yeah, don't be giving these out though. But like, here's a game. I would like give them like 1 game each, and then like 2 weeks later, the principal came to me. He's like, so I heard you got like a flash drive with a bunch of games on it. I was like, what is happening? It wasn't me. Just like getting interrogated for passing out video games. It was very random, but also hilarious.
How much trouble did you get in?
I didn't even get in that much trouble. I didn't get in any trouble, realistically. He just told me not to do it again. I was like, okay, I've been scared straight. We're all good here.
And then you indirectly got me in trouble for that because, what was it? It was the game. The bike game.
Yeah, dude, everybody played
Touch
that
Grind.
Game. Touch Grind.
Touch Grind.
That was the one that like everybody was playing. Like I had like 5 games and I passed out. Everyone was playing Touch Grind though.
And I don't even think you gave it to me on a flash drive. I'm pretty sure you airdropped me Touch Grind.
That's the other thing. I think I only used a flash drive like twice, and it's not like it was literally being passed around the whole school. But that's the information that our principal got.
And I was at lunch and I was playing Touch Grind, and then the assistant principal came up to me and was like, I'm going to need you to delete that right now, and then I did, and that was the end of the conversation.
The only other time I got in trouble for like playing games on my computer is a history class. I suck at history. I can't retain all that random stuff without a reason. So I would always just like for a week I started just playing this one game. The thing was I got in trouble for the games. I had them all deleted off my computer, and I didn't play games for the longest time. And then I kept noticing everybody was playing games and not getting in trouble. So only in one class, every day I would come in and play this game. And the teacher didn't notice. I sat at like the back of the class. Nothing really happened. And then one day, again, it's just like an administrator comes in and like, Given, step outside. And I literally had the game up. He couldn't see it, but they could see our monitors if they wanted to. So he must have been watching me play this game for like the past 30 minutes or something. Or like, because he knew I'd been playing it for like days at this time. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's just always so weird when they come in and they're like, I know what you've been doing.
Did you get in trouble for that anyway?
No, either? Both of them, they were just warnings. But again, I didn't really do anything bad enough. I wasn't like, it wasn't making my grades bad, and it wasn't doing anything bad to anybody. They just, as long as I stopped doing it, I wasn't getting in trouble, and I pretty much stopped doing it.
All right.
Yeah. What were you got anything? Well, you were about to say something about the craft when I started this, but
It's just that I play it all the time when I'm bored. Literally, I'll just take my phone, pop in my earbuds, listen to either podcast, audiobook, or some music, and I'll just play Minecraft for like an hour.
Yeah, I'd say my first game that I ever did that to was also Minecraft. Yeah, it was on my tablet, but still, it was just like you just chill, play the craft, strip mine all day. Dude, how many hours do you think you've put in just pure strip mining? Yeah,
Not a lot.
When I originally started playing, there weren't in Pocket Edition Minecraft. One, you were in the square worlds, and two, there was no cave systems or lava pools.
So you had to strip mine.
So it didn't matter. Well, yeah, I think you had to, and it didn't matter. So like literally, I'd strip mine from one part of the map to the next because it was literally just a cube boxed in. I'd go from world border to world border, just back and forth, strip mining and strip mining. That was how I spent my days, guys. You can tell I'm social.
Thing is, I'm not that big of a strip miner, so
yeah, it's not the most fun thing, but it's like it's kind of mesmerizing, to be honest. It's one thing I like about it.
Before I did a hard reset of my laptop, I had this one world where I just mined all day. I had like probably 10 stacks of iron blocks.
You love to see it, man. You do.
And like, oh man, I was so upset when I got rid of it and I didn't back it up.
Big old facts. I feel like there's everything. If somebody's played Minecraft, they know why Minecraft is such a good game.
Yeah.
It's just so much stuff to do. So much time can be spent on it without even realizing. It's just fun. Would you say it is the best survival game?
Yeah.
See, I would also say that because every time I try to play another survival game, it is not inviting enough for me to continue playing it. I just it doesn't have the appeal.
And then you get more like freedom in Minecraft.
I also feel like Minecraft, it's like instant gratification too. Like if you go into another survival game, you're like, what am I supposed to do? And like you spend like 15 minutes trying to figure it out. Minecraft, you hop in, you break a tree. You're like, I got wood. Oh, I can turn this into planks. Time to go chop down. You said
wood.
Listen here, you rat bastard. So you just go chop down a bunch of trees, and you're like, I got a bunch of wood. I'm going to make a hut. It's like...
Yeah, I bet you do have a bunch of wood.
I have so much wood, Brayden. About 4.5 inches. No.
Now that is below average.
Hard? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. What's your next game on your list?
Team Fortress 2.
Oh, dude. I put in a solid shift on that game, but I never really got into it a lot.
I enjoy it. Me and CJ play it all the time. And
now, do you play the actual game, or do you go on to like the public servers or the private servers or whatever? And like,
no, I go on public servers.
I'm sorry, I didn't word this right. Custom servers or like the regular game mode where you protect the crate and stuff?
Just normal game mode servers. I usually play Capture the Flag. That's my favorite.
See,
game mode.
I've tried playing the regular game mode. I have never gotten into it, even though I've put in like at least 10 hours on that game.
Let me check.
I can't even check. I don't have it linked to the Team Fortress that I used to play on. Isn't the one that I have now, if I even have it. It's free, but I don't think I have.
Steam might take forever to
it's
upload.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
I'll get back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, TF2 is just fun. My computer can run it just good enough to where it's playable.
That's the other thing. Me and you, we just originally worked on the trashiest devices. We're like, we gotta get them booty games so that we know they actually work.
No, like I'm still on a trashy device though.
Yeah, but I've upgraded. But I'm saying originally I was also. I used to be back with you in the garbage. Minecraft at the lowest setting. Okay, really quick. I have some little rant to do about Minecraft. Tell me what you're about to say though.
I have 58 hours in TF2.
Jeez, yeah, I mean, it's a decent amount. My little rant about Minecraft is it is a game with I would say, some of the simplest graphics you could possibly imagine. Or you would think. It's literally just a bunch of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Even good computers have trouble running Minecraft, and it makes no goddamn sense. It triggers me. I'm upset.
Mine runs just fine.
Yeah, you can always get it to run just fine, but like on my computer, even though it's like a gaming computer and I play Fortnite and I can play it at godly settings if I'm not streaming, but like Minecraft, it's just like I don't understand how it doesn't work half the time.
I usually get 35 to 60.
You see, that's the other thing. You're used to having 35 to 60 frames. Actual playing a game at like, and knowing your computer is running it well is like 100 plus frames is what it needs to be at.
But like, honestly, like past 60 frames, I can't really tell the difference.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you can. My thing is usually when I'm playing Minecraft, like if it says it's at like 80 or something, it's probably dropping to 60. So if like I always try to overshoot, and half the time my computer's just like, no, we can't run that. That won't work. The game does not work anymore. I'm so sorry. I'm like, what do you mean?
Why are you running?
We're like, why aren't you running, computer? Oh, Jesus. Good shout, though, Brayden. That was great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, you have one more game? Actually, what else do you have to say about TF2?
It's just a game where I want to just chill.
Yeah.
I just put it on.
Chill games are just always good.
My next game is a franchise of games, but I'm just going to talk about the whole franchise, not individually.
Yeah.
Individual games. Well, actually, I guess I will. Is Call of Duty.
Yes. Classic.
Just because
gotta love it.
COD is just... It was the first games I got into when I got my Xbox when I was 11.
Yeah.
I got an Xbox 360 Slim, which I still have and still use to this day. And I got the first Black Ops, and I just played it for hours. I probably have in all Call of Duty games. I probably have 150 to 200 hours in. That's just my estimate.
Yeah, probably, dude. Bradley put so many goddamn hours into Call of Duty.
It was ridiculous.
Dude, Bradley's insane. Oh goodness! But I was gonna say, Call of Duty, from right now, what we've been talking about, the reason it's got so big and was so popular is so clear. It had the arcade game effect. You're not challenged by the game exactly, but you're challenged by all the other players, and you want to have a good KD, and you want to be buttering, and when you do, you're just so satisfied. And on top of that, just running around and shooting people is
fun.
Is a fun thing, and I don't think it was really done as well as they did it until they did it. Halo had it, but Call of Duty was just so fast paced, and it was just run around, bop some people.
I haven't played in a while, probably a few months. Maybe that's what I'll do after we stop recording. I'll throw in Black Ops 2 and just go ham.
Oh, try calling Jameson. I know he should be able to play it with you. I think he should be able to play it with you.
Does he have an Xbox?
Nope.
360?
Maybe. I don't know. You gotta find out.
Wait, I don't even have... Wait, that wouldn't even work. I don't have live. He'd have to be here.
Never mind. You could ask, but yeah, Call of Duty, great game.
It's a meme.
Dude, honestly, I used to watch a lot of Call of Duty videos.
I didn't used to... Thing is, I just play the game. I didn't watch the videos.
See, a lot of the games I play, even to this day, a lot of the ones I put in a lot of time to are ones that I have watched people play a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, was that all three of your games that you had?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll go into my next nerdy stuff, which is Doctor Who. I brought it up.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I know. I think we've brought this up, or I haven't brought up specifically why I like it, but we've brought up Doctor Who in was it last episode?
Probably.
One of these episodes, I was like, this most recent season wasn't the best in my opinion. I'm probably gonna rewatch it.
I actually think it was episode 2.
Okay. Well,
it was an episode.
Yeah, it was definitely in an episode though. Dude, I gotta stop hanging out with you in real life. I can't tell the difference when we're talking in episodes or in real life.
Honestly.
Because now I was just thinking about it. I'm like, I'm fairly sure I was at your house when I talked about it. But
no, it was on the pod.
I'll trust you. Either way, why do I like Doctor Who so much? Well, it's just a great series in general. I don't need to go into that. So I'll go into some specifics. Like I'm obviously not going to watch something if it's doo-doo, so we don't need to say why it's just a good show in general. There's two things that I think are just very cool about it and just always draw me back in, like reasons I haven't got bored. One is the fact that it can have an indefinite airtime. Do you know how many shows? I don't think there's any show that can have an indefinite airtime. Possibly
Define.
What? Define. Okay. Well, I think Star Trek might be able to have one, but it has an indefinite airtime because do you know anything about Doctor Who? Not really?
Nope.
Okay, so Doctor Who is the main character, and
isn't it just the Doctor?
Yeah, Doctor Who's the Doctor is the main character. He's sometimes referred to as Doctor Who, but not often. Either way, main character, he's a Time Lord, which is a race that can live a super duper 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 bunch of duper long times because they regenerate, which means that after a certain point in time or whatever, like they'll start glowing and stuff, and they'll literally change physically into a different person.
So that's why there's like a bunch of doctors?
That is why there's a bunch of doctors and why the show can have an indefinite airtime. Because think about it. Every season or 2 seasons, you just pull in a new actor, and if they're doing a good job, your show's going to be doing fine. And like, it's just like, one, it's always changing it up, but also keeping stuff that you like. Like, they're still supposed to be playing the same character, and you realize that. But at the same time, it's like a little different. Sometimes the doctor's got to face stuff about his new body that he like wasn't ready for. Mm-hmm. But that's a very, very cool part of that. But then along with that, which is another reason I like it, is how along with the indefinite airtime, it can have an infinite amount of storylines. It's one of those shows where it has like some episodes where like there's a story per episode, but then also they'll have like overarching stories or some that take up a few episodes. And some are brought back from like seasons way past, but usually it's like there's a doctor and excuse me, I burped. So the doctor like regenerates, and he'll have some new friends that come with him along with his new regeneration, and like there'll be a storyline along with that one, you know? Mm-hmm. So, and it never has to be like a ginormous storyline. It also never has to be a super small one. So you just can put in any cool story into this show and it'll just work. They had a episode that was just Robin Hood. Like they went back in time, and canonically in Doctor Who, Robin Hood was a real life character. And they only found out because they went back in time and met him in real life. I'm like, you can literally do anything in this show. It's crazy, you know. Very dope.
I'm researching right now.
Yeah.
And I know you told me about it, but I guess the newest Doctor is a woman?
Yep. Oh, you know what I want to see? So the Doctor, you know, I said they regenerate. So realistically, she can become a woman or a man. But I wasn't sure. This is technically the second, like, series of Doctor Who, since Doctor Who was a classic show, and then they stopped for a bit, and then they came back in, like, the 2000s or something, started booping it again. I'm going to look up Doctor Who All Doctors. I'm interested to see if in the past, you know, when women had even less rights. I actually don't know when the Doctor
This is the 13th Doctor. And then it says...
Okay, so this is the first female Doctor in all of Doctor Who.
The concept of a female Doctor was first mentioned in 1981.
You gotta... Dude, these people making these shows, they're on new levels, okay?
But you as a fan of Doctor Who, how do you feel about that?
Who is a fan? The person who suggested it?
No, you.
Me? Oh, I feel fine about it. I'm just gonna restate it in case I didn't say it in that episode, and one because we're talking about it right now. This most recent season, I think it's fine that she's. See, the Doctor is now a woman in my head. It's totally fine in my head. It's just I thought the season wasn't that good personally. I think the Doctor was fine as a Doctor.
Do you think they're gonna go back to a man?
I hope they don't, because I think if they do just go back to it, I think that's one of the things where they're just trying to appeal to their audience, and that usually isn't good. If they just throw something in because their audience wants it. That's one thing. I think, actually, a lot of people that I know that watch Doctor Who, do you have all the Doctors pulled up right now? Like the images?
Yes.
Okay. You see how right before the woman there's this old man?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a lot of people that I talk to Doctor Who about, but I talked to like 2 people when that season came out, and they didn't watch it because there was an old man. And I'm just saying that season, I don't know how many seasons it was, but that was a godly freaking Doctor, and like everything that happened that season was dope. And if somebody can't get past like a change in appearance that is something that is actually supposed to happen in the series, that's their fault, and they should stop watching it. They obviously don't care.
Thing is, I think I would like Doctor Who. It's just like there's just a bunch of
episodes.
Like it goes back to like 1960 to the 60s.
No, don't watch those ones. Just watch the new series. Yep. I don't know how to actually word that. So pretty much, I said they were doing the Doctor Who, and then they stopped, and then they started again. Just watch it from when they started again. It's still like 11 seasons, I think. That's probably right.
Because if everything looks right, I would be starting from the 9th Doctor all the way till now.
1, 2, yeah, probably 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, the 9th. But still, like, you don't have to. I'm not telling you to watch them. Actually, you brought this up yourself, but like, you don't have to just spam.
The thing is, I've been interested for years.
Dude, it's a good show. We should talk about this another time.
Yeah.
When we're not in podcast mode. What's your next topic?
Magic.
Oh, yes.
This is gonna be short and sweet. I've liked like magicians and stuff since I was a little kid, and I always wanted to be a magician, but now I'm like a party magician. That like whenever there's like a deck of cards I see hanging out at a friend's house, I'll do a magic trick.
I just wanted to make sure you're gonna say that, because when I hear party magician, I don't think of like somebody at a party as like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'd say party tricks. I feel like party magician is somebody who is hired for a party to do magic tricks. And I was like, that's not what you are, Brayden. Don't say that.
I could be if I wanted to.
You probably could be.
But I used to get like these magic trick box sets.
I only got one
how to do
as
the
a
tricks.
kid.
I had like 3.
Yeah.
And I learned a bunch of card tricks. And I always thought it was cool, so I decided to learn. How to do it.
It's always interesting. Let me just really quick agree with Brayden. Magic is super cool. I've had interest in it. Learned like a teeny bit, mostly forgot about it. It's just such a cool concept,
Uh-huh.
But what I find interesting about magicians is not actually the magicians. I love magic. I always find it interesting how certain people's opinions. Some people like dislike it. Because they're like, oh, they're lying and stuff, and like, I'm like,
that's the point. It's illusions.
I'm like, that's why it's so cool. I have
a deck of cards right here.
And the other thing is, when people don't like learning how this trick works.
I know.
I like
why.
Sometimes I like learning how the trick works. Sometimes I don't. It's like, if somebody tells me how a trick works, all I'm going to be is proud of the person for being able to pull off the trick. Even with the 2 or 3 that you showed me. I was like, that's cool. It's not like I dislike the trick now. It's still dope. It's just interesting how some people...
What did I show you? I showed you the slap one.
That slap one was doo-doo.
It was... It was only doo-doo because...
Wait, we should give some context. Okay, you do a magic trick, and at the end of it, the person who is not the magician is holding the cards, and the person who is the magician slaps the deck of cards out of the hand, and only the last card is supposed to be in the person's hand.
And that card should be the one.
And when it works, it's very cool. When it doesn't, it's just a lot of cards to pick up for no reason.
Yeah. And then the one where you spread the cards out and then you pick out the person's card. I don't know what other else one I showed you, but yeah. Oh.
They're pretty good. But like, yeah, magicians are cool, and people's reactions to magicians are interesting.
That's really all I have to say about it.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of magicians, there's a show called Magicians, and it's a part of my next quirky nerd stuff that I'm going to talk about. So I like quirky sci-fi stuff. Like, just straight sci-fi is usually pretty cool, but recently I've watched a lot of stuff where it's like they have really interesting characters. I don't know how to describe it besides quirky. They've got quirky characters, or just like quirky ideas in the show, and for some reason I just love it. I just soak it all in. I'm like, give me more. The 4 that I have listed here that I've watched recently are Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, Magicians, or The Magicians, Happy, and Future Man. Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency and Future Man are on Hulu, and The Magicians and Happy are on Netflix. And I don't know what it is, man. I love it so much. Mm-hmm. It's like, you've got TV shows with quirky characters and stuff. Like Parks and Rec. Every character in there is quirky,
I watched 2 episodes, okay. 1.5 episodes.
Anybody who loves Parks and Rec knows that they just love the characters. It's just dope. And then when you also combine that with sci-fi stuff, it just ticks a lot of boxes for me. And now that I think about it, Doctor Who also, it has its quirkiness. Like, I've been on this road for quite a while, but I'm like really hopping into it now, since all those shows I listed were ones that I've watched very recently and love them all. Yeah. I thought I actually don't, I want to say more about why I like it and stuff, but I guess that's all there is to it. It's sci-fi, which is always cool, seeing new ideas and stuff. And, and then it's also, got cool characters. All right. How much more stuff do you have for your list of nerdy stuff?
I have some cartoons, and I have 3 of them.
Okay, go over them.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Go over one of them. I'll do mine, and then you go over your last 2.
Okay. Danny Phantom is the first one I have, just because it's awesome. Mm-hmm. And, like, Danny Phantom's probably my favorite superhero of all time, just because his powers are so cool.
Can I say something really quick? I have never, when people ask, like, who's your favorite superhero? I don't think I've ever once thought, like, even in my brain, like, cartoon shows don't pop up as superheroes to me.
But Danny Phantom's literally a superhero.
I know. I'm only thinking about that right now. And I'm like, he is a pretty dope superhero.
Like, if I could probably have anyone's powers, I'd probably have his.
See, mine would be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So good.
And, I have the whole series on DVD. I'd show you, but the DVD is helping hold up my camera.
This is a fact. I have a question really quick just about superheroes and becoming them. If I were to become Batman as like to get his superpowers, since technically he wouldn't be a superhero without his money paying for all that tech, does that mean I get the money too?
No.
God, that will be useless. I'd just be just a strong man.
You'd have to become Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, I know. Which I never thought about that. When people are like, if you could become a superhero. Some people say Batman, and like they would just be a strong person.
If I had to become like any superhero, I'd pick Danny Phantom. But if I had to be like any comic book superhero, I'd be Superman.
I'd still be Spider-Man. He's
just because like freshman or sophomore year, I think it was sophomore year.
Oh yeah,
I got the nickname Fat Superman.
That's because you if you were like fit,
I'd look like Clark Kent.
He could easily pull off Clark Kent, yeah.
And I think it's the reason it happened was because I was wearing glasses similar to the ones I have now.
And your hair was done in a similar way.
And it had my hair was in similar as to where it is now, but a curl.
It had one curl dripping.
Just came on my forehead, and then it was Race who said, "Brayden, if you weren't fat, you'd look just like Clark Kent."
Yeah, and I brought it up totally separately, and you were like, "Yeah, Race said that," and I was like,
So yeah,
that was the moment that I really wanted him to lose weight, but I'm not gonna push that because like he does what he wants. But honestly, Brayden, you would be like the sexiest man, and you'd also look
I
like
would
Superman.
I feel like I would look weird if I just got super skinny.
I don't. I feel like, okay, Brayden is how tall are you? Like 6'2",
4.
6'4". He's a tall guy, and he's a big guy. And when you're a big guy and you lose weight, as long as you're working out as part of your losing weight thing, you just become a really muscular looking dude. So he would look exactly like Superman, and he would get all the ladies. It's just a fact. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's basically all I have to talk about. Danny Phantom.
Great show. Yeah.
Quality 10 out of 10.
I wanted to say my thing before Brayden's thing, just because my thing isn't as interesting. It's just something that I like that is nerdy. Cameras. I'm a YouTuber. I do editing and stuff, so I'm often looking at cameras for vlogging and webcams for doing my streaming
don't even vlog
and YouTube.
anymore.
Listen, okay, it doesn't mean I'm not looking at the cameras, okay?
Then start vlogging again.
I don't have anything to do, but don't talk. It doesn't matter. My camera is stuff that I look at. When I go, when you get sucked into like an internet, like black hole, that's not what it's called. What?
Rabbit hole?
Rabbit hole, that's the one. Yeah, I'll just like be looking for the next best camera or webcam I can get. Like right now, I'm using a webcam that I would recommend to a lot of people, and I love it. But at the same time,
what is it?
It's a security camera, but it's a great webcam.
You got a security camera?
Yeah, it's literally a security camera that just plugs in via USB, and I was like, I wonder if that would work as a webcam. Bought it. It works as a webcam, and it's way better than most webcams you could normally buy. So it's like...
That's a meme right there.
It's a meme, and it's like... a meme of my channel and who I am is that I buy cheap stuff or like odd stuff that you wouldn't think, and it works great. Like for my mic right now is literally a lav mic hooked up into a lampstand.
As is mine.
Yeah, I've made Brayden's too. Either way, it's like my thing that I do stuff like that. And either way, I got this camera and it was like dope. And I'm getting another one, which is what's in the mail right now. And hopefully it'll be even doper than this. But yeah, that's one of my kind of nerdy interests. I just love looking at cameras to see like what the best thing I can get is. What's up?
I'll buy your camera you're using right now off of you.
Nope. I'm probably still gonna use it.
Damn.
Sorry, babes.
I need a quality camera.
You do, but I mean, for what you're doing right now, you don't.
I'm using my phone.
Yeah. Just just a side note, I guess, for people who are watching and for Brayden. My camera isn't one that you would like vlog with or anything. It would literally only work as a webcam. So.
Right. No, that's what I was talking about.
I know, but I was just, whenever you get a camera, you just want to vlog with it. Like, if I could, I would try vlogging with this camera, but I can't, so.
Like, maybe that's what we should do. Side note, maybe we should just have, like, idiots vlogging.
Idiots vlogging. I don't know if
like
that would work.
A weekly vlog. It could work.
I mean, we could try a little bit.
We'll do an experiment.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna state it right now. I don't think that would work. I think we should just... Like, I would put that on my channel, but I don't think that would be a good thing to put on this channel. I think we should leave this as what it is, a cool podcast and stuff.
All right.
Okay, hop into your next 2 TV shows that you like.
I mean, my feelings are hurt, but I mean, I'll try.
Listen, okay, I have experience. I know what, even though I don't give views, I know what should beware,
Right. Ben 10.
Mm-hmm.
Show is dope.
Honestly.
I've been watching the first series again. I was literally watching it before we started doing this. I plan on watching all 4 series again. Well, actually, technically, Ben 10 Alien Force, and Ultimate Alien, because I didn't watch Omniverse. But I plan on watching it. It'll probably take me a while. I'm about halfway through the original series. I'm on Season 2, Episode 12. And each season in the original series has 13 episodes. So, and then I'm going to watch all the movies they made. Rewatch them. Because, quality content.
Yeah.
And, I had it was probably my favorite show as a kid. I had all the toys. I had all the Omnitrix toys, a lot of the action figures. Didn't have any costumes because none of them would fit me. Quality show 10 out of 10. And then my next show.
Wait, hold on. I got two things to say in regards to what you're talking about. One, I do believe I watched the first Ben 10. Would you call it a series? Like just Ben 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe I watched that one and then half of the next one. So I can also say it's a good show.
Ultimate Alien was awesome. If I could have any incarnation of the Omnitrix, I'd probably have the Ultimatrix because I would use the ultimate forms all the time.
I mean, you'd use all the forms all the time. If you could just transform into awesome aliens, you'd just be doing it, you know?
Yeah, but dude, do you know what the ultimate forms are?
No, not offhand.
Okay, so you become like Humongosaur, and then you slap the symbol on your chest, and then you become the ultimate form of that species.
I see.
And how it does it is like it scans the DNA of the species, and it puts it through like a million years of like
evolution.
the apocalypse.
Yeah.
No, of like the apocalypse, of like the worst case scenario, and
So it
will
evolves.
evolve, and it will become what the alien needs to become to survive.
So like
It's awesome.
the peak of its evolution.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool idea. I love when stuff has just really cool ideas behind it. You know, that's one of the reasons I like Doctor Who. Actually, a lot of the quirky sci-fi, most of the sci-fi stuff I watch, it's just got really cool base ideas, and it's just dope.
Yeah. The thing is, what that makes me mad about Ultimate Alien is that we only saw like 6 or 7 of the Ultimate Aliens.
But like all of them can do it.
Yeah, like they all have ultimate forms.
Yeah.
Like we saw Ultimate Humongosaur, Ultimate Swampfire, Echo, Wild Mutt, Cannonbolt, and Way Big. And Big Chill. That's 7. Did I say Big Chill?
No.
Twice?
No, I don't think so.
So 7.
Okay.
And like there's just like Ultimate Alien X would have been awesome. And like Ultimate I don't know. I can't think of any of them. Ultimate Wrath? Oh my god. We did see Ultimate Wrath in Omniverse though, but it wasn't Ben.
Okay.
But yeah.
I was gonna.
My next.
Hold on. I said it. Stop cutting me off. I think I might have forgotten one of the things I wanted to say, but I also wanted to say that I love how you nerded out there for a second. You're like you were just talking about the show, and then you were like, and I love, and then you just like went in depth, and I liked it so much. It is very nice.
Yeah. And then my next thing, and probably my last. It is my last thing, is SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Because SpongeBob was dope.
I guess it also does have a lot of, I'd say a lot of nerdy things. Actually, I guess most shows, but most of the shows that people nerd out about, they have a lot of like background stuff like that is cataloged. I don't know how to word it. You know, like if I wanted to look up anything about Doctor Who and I looked it up, I would probably find someone's blog post about it and like a bunch of stuff. And like the same thing with Ben 10 and Danny Phantom, and especially SpongeBob. You know, it's got a big old fan base.
And like SpongeBob is older than we are. Like SpongeBob came out in like May 1999, and we were both born after that.
We're such youngins.
I mean, we're gonna be 20 this year.
This is true. This is true.
So, like it's just fun. It was just the best show as a kid, and it still is.
Yeah.
Like it holds up. A lot of the older and like middle period episodes still hold up. The newer ones, I haven't seen a lot of them, but they're okay. The ones I have seen.
Yeah, the ones I've seen look pretty good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, in regards to...
But now that Steven Hillenburg is dead, we don't know how much longer it'll have.
Wait, did he do... Was that the guy who did the music?
He created SpongeBob.
Okay. Wait, was he still doing stuff with SpongeBob before he died? Okay. I'm surprised about that. Like 20 straight years of doing a show.
No, he did it for like some seasons, then he left, then he came back.
Okay. I guess that means they are capable of doing it without him.
Yeah.
Like, without a big change.
Yeah.
I was going to say about, like...
I love the memes, too.
Every time I say I'm going to talk and then he cuts me off, hurts my soul. Yeah, SpongeBob memes are good. I will say, though, I feel like they get more hype than they should have. Hope you don't hate me for it.
The SpongeBob memes?
Yeah, I feel like... You know, like...
Dude, they're awesome.
Caveman SpongeBob... I feel like it was...
That meme was awesome.
I feel like it was funny, but I feel like it wasn't funny enough to become as widespread as it was, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many memes where, like, you say it and I'll, like, my brain will snap back to a time where I thought that was absolutely hilarious. But a lot of SpongeBob memes, it's just something I see, I kind of smile at, and then I keep going, you know? They're not bad memes. It's just they're not as good as they could be. Now, what I was going to say, before he cut me off 2 times, is...
You know what else we should talk about?
Yeah, we should talk about what I'm going to talk about. You know how people always say that, like, classic kids' TV, like, you know, cartoons and stuff, is just better than nowadays?
Yeah.
I will say that I do think... it has dropped off now, but there's still a lot of good things. Like, you've watched Teen Titans, correct?
Yeah, that show's dope.
And you've watched Teen Titans Go.
Sadly.
See, you say sadly, but if you actually watch it and give it a chance and just accept it for what it is, it's a good show.
Dude, there's literally an episode where Beast Boy and Cyborg and, like, wouldn't just stop saying waffles. Like, that's all they would say. And then everyone else kept on saying waffles. Like, the whole episode,
Brayden.
all the dialogue was just waffles.
Brayden, let's be honest. If you, let's say you accepted this as it is, for what it is, a kid's show. If you were a kid and you watched that, actually, you know, I can scratch that. Waffles was one of the most hilarious things about Shrek, okay? I think a kid's show.
Yeah, but thing is, all of Donkey's lines were not just waffles.
Okay, somebody, if anybody ever watches this, needs to remake the whole Shrek movie except Donkey only says waffles, okay?
I would hate that.
I know, but it's just like one episode. If you can't judge the whole show on this one episode.
And then, like, they make poop jokes, and Teen Titans is not the place to make poop jokes.
See, Brayden, but it's a different show. It's very clearly a different show, and you're not a lot of people don't see that with these new shows. And it's like, I know a lot of them have been, like, more kidified, but if you just accept it as a more kidified version of your show, you register that it's still a good show.
But it's less quality than the original.
Brayden, you watch the Teen Titans Go movie and tell me you're not laughing your butt cheeks off. Okay? I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Wait, what was the thing? I think I told you to watch something at the end of last episode, and you said you were going to watch it. Do you remember what that was?
No.
Well, that means you didn't watch it. But I was just curious if you'd watched it, whatever it was. Either way, guys, I think this was a very good episode.
This was a good one.
See, when we're just able to talk about things and flesh them out fully, it just feels like a good podcast episode, you know?
Yeah.
So what can we leave people with?
Love your
I've got one.
things you love.
Kind of related to that, I'd say don't let people, don't accept...
Shame you.
Well, that too, but, like, don't accept people shaming what you like. Because I, as a, like, 4th grader, in 4th grade, when did Minecraft come out? I don't know. Who cares?
2011. We were in, like, 6th grade.
That's not true. That is very not true. Hold on. I'm going to just look up Minecraft release date. Minecraft came out 2009. Either way.
That's like that's when beta came out, but like official of like 1.0
Listen,
was
nobody
like
cares. When I was younger, like around when it first came out, like there was a few people that went to class with me that played Minecraft, and I didn't even know the game. And I'm guessing the people that said what I'm about to say also didn't know the game. But they would just always say, Minecraft is gay. And, like, I didn't even think about Minecraft in my brain. Because initially, my thought process went to, Minecraft is gay. And it's one of the best games I have ever played. So don't let, like,
Honestly.
like, if somebody says that a show's trash, accept their reasons, but then go give it your own shot, And if you think something's not good, also just give it a full shot. Like Orange is the New Black. Orange is Black. What is it called?
Orange is the New Black.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
My sister loves that show. And I watched the first episode and didn't get into it fully, but I gave it a full chance. I think I watched like 3 or 4 episodes, and their episodes are long as heck. Just give things chances. Don't let people put down your interests, and embrace them. It's good to like things.
Love each other.
Love each other, guys. Okay. Well,
Great.
Brayden, I think that's a good place to leave it. You want to outro, or you want me to hit it?
You can hit it.
Okay, guys, make sure to share this podcast, like, subscribe, follow, do all the things that are helpful to us so we have some incentive to keep going. And we'll see you next time.
See you.